Ms. Ricciardi. Let's take a roll call, please.
Yes, is the last year's contribution 20,000, just so I can make sure it's in the minutes correctly? Okay. All right, Jerry Seiler,
Aye.
Sarah Jones,
Aye.
Sally Ricciardi,
Aye.
Marty Oosterbaan,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
Okay. That's unanimously. Justin, thank you and your team for all.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I do have one thing for public input, so I'm going to stay for a little bit.
Oh, wonderful. All right, great.
I was gonna add too, I'm hoping that this year it really helps the firemen for you guys to have the Firemen's Festival there. So that would be a plus if it brings in some
Yeah.
money for you guys too.
I think it's got to be better than what we've been doing. So,
Great.
oh, I gotta get that.
The sign grant amendment.
And yeah, this is on 108 North Main, and Karen had said that we probably should make an amendment to approve the lower amount because of the installation that wasn't needed in that estimate.
We have how much the door, they still needed for the door.
Yeah. The only amendment would be to lower the amount from 13,000 something.
It would, reduce it to 12,875.
I move that we reduce it to 12,875.
Second.
Great. So, Ginny, I'm not sure if you heard all that, but we've got a
Yeah,
motion.
and this is 108 North Main Street still that we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, great.
She
I
initially-
think I caught you. So Jerry Seiler,
Aye.
Sarah Jones, Marty Oosterbaan.
Aye.
And I'm an aye.
And I'm an aye.
And Sally?
Oh, I didn't hear you. I said Sally Ricciardi, but maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
All right. So passes unanimously and onward we go. The new business, we have the discussion of the Baker Tilly agreement. So there was a summary provided. Basically, all the services that we look to Baker Tilly have to do with our requirements under statute for the TIF districts and reporting associated with that. They also provide us with counsel as we ask relative to particular items on the statute governing the operation of the Redevelopment Commission. We talked to them at the end of the year to do a quick look at our portfolios within the TIP and other parcels that we should think about doing a deeper dive on whether we keep or don't keep within the TIP districts. And all of that is on an as requested basis. So this contract is actually an agreement for them to respond to our requests within the scope of services on an hourly basis. They charge us based on who does the work, the work right there by interns and new people on staff, new analysts on staff runs, I think, 120 an hour. I think that directors of Baker Tilly, should we ever need to involve them, run north of 700, 705. Last year, we paid 13,000, did I say?
12.
Yeah, 12,000 rounded, and the average hourly rate was $350 an hour. I imagine that's being inflated by salary inflation, but the needs probably are going to be unchanged, and the hourly rate perhaps increased by inflation. So we have to renew this agreement on an annual basis or decide that we want to look elsewhere for these services. It's not a question as to whether or not we need to procure them. The question is from whom. The only comment I would make is that as well as Baker Tilly knows us and knows these TIP districts in the history, it would probably be fairly expensive to ramp someone up. I don't know that we spend enough annually to incur that expense the payback on it would take considerable number of years, in my estimation. So not a lot to think about here, but I wanted to bring it to you for whatever questions.
We
or
haven't had any
discussion.
issues with that. They're happy with their work and everything.
They do a lot of stuff. And
And it's excellent work. It's truly excellent work.
Yeah, I think Karen's relationship with them is important also, and that renewing a contract with them is renewing a vendor that Karen has a lot of trust in and has worked with for a number of years. So I support it by motioning that we approve renewal.
Second.
All right, let's roll call then, Ginny.
Jerry Seiler,
Aye.
Sarah Jones, Sally,
Aye.
Marty Oosterbaan,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
Wonderful. Thank you. I was gonna ask anything else on that, Karen? Good.
But thank you, I'll take care of it.
Terrific. Town manager report.
Okay, I'm going to begin by going on the record and officially saying to Sarah, yes, you're on it. And moving on. The beginning questions. Couple things on the list. Hotel update was on the list. And we have been amazing how the communication stopped. The interest with the Chris Hart and the Cobblestone project wasn't there. And I think that they have officially moved on. The communication last was about a month and a half ago. And I think it's a positive thing for two reasons. Number one, you want to vet that by interest and support outside of the town. We can't be the reason. We can be the facilitator, but not the reason. And the reason wasn't there. What was good is, however, is that the performa data has encouraged more interest in exploration of an actual hotel and has demonstrated with some confidence. I would say there's always questionable with numbers, but there's confidence in moving forward with the hotel project. Where Skyline Builders has approached me about the hotel next to Papa's and doing a renovation project, which they had been considering. They had three different models they showed me. They had a single floor, second floor, and third floor. Third floor is right out. They're done with that one. They're looking at kind of a second floor. They're more of a boutique style, somewhere around the neighborhood of 20 to 24 unit. Still working through the numbers with them. Very, very preliminary stage, incubating. Looking at that northern parking lot, and we think we've got solutions that won't impact the parking lot now. To be able to gain the ground and the parking solutions. Bob Porter's been very good about that, working idea wise, but the conversations are going with Tim, and I think we're going to be moving. I would suggest that we're probably a year out, and I'm letting them come back to me, but we probably had 2 or 3 conversations since February about it, so it's good. Next on the list is, well, I'm sorry, I'm doing that kind of wastewater plant. We met with CHA. Sally was there. Looks good. Things are moving forward. We're going to be doing some tours with town council and some educational, maybe a work session. Absolutely invite redevelopment there, given that funding is being used also for the bonds on that. When we move forward with it, I'd like you guys to be informed in there. But I think we are at a good place. We're looking at what we call a build, operate, transfer model, and it's really kind of the thing. And Jenny's very familiar with it as well. And Bob Porter seems to be very much so in favor. Stop using very, is in favor of it. And my research on it is absolutely the model that I think fits us best. It allows us to lock in with a build, operate, transfer. You're bringing in a construction firm as a partner early on in the process. Somewhere about 30% complete on design, you're going to start marrying the two together. What that allows you to do is cooperation. You get a field engineer, or you get a desk engineer trying to design wastewater, and then you get a field guy that's out there doing the construction. And there's 2 different mindsets, and melting those together early can help prevent problems down the line, putting it online. The second thing it does on a budgetary advantage is that it may come in a little higher cost, not often. But what you don't get is change orders. And in the end, that was explained to us by CHA, that you're going to come in oftentimes below what you think you're coming in. There's cost savings actually in his experience. And I think there's an advantage of knowing exactly what our number is. Change orders delay projects terribly, and not having. I'd like to see this go online within the next 2.5 years, and this model seems to be able to facilitate that. So definitely we'll keep you guys updated on that. I've approached Marty in conversation, and I know that we had put it in the spending plan, but I'd like to try to move forward and get a package together for Cavalier Park for appropriation for the monies. I did do a bid back in January. It's been a while. The bid was added some things we don't think we necessarily need. It came in around 80,000 for the paving of that limestone path that goes around, and that would be the complete paving of it. The well project, I'm still working out numbers on, but I'm confident we could bring that project in around 100,000, close to it, give or take some change. And so I would like to put a package together for September and approach the redevelopment committee and in September and get that moving. See how that goes. It's sort of an odd time. You're coming out of a paving season, but they're still operating on the mills, and we could catch some good service maybe. So look forward to that. Talking with Marty today in some email, if you don't mind me breaching the topic about trail maintenance and some short-term expenditure of some of the money that's coming in. I think it might be prudent, and I know Jenny, you've said this as well, of maybe exploring a trail maintenance fund, looking for some upgrades, some add-ons to our trails. The trails are being used heavily, and I think they're worth investing in. And we also need to be responsible for the maintenance of those trails moving down the line. The pavement still seems good when I'm walking, looking at it, but there will be a day where we need to start thinking about that. Maybe designating some monies aside for that. Noah built the ark before it rained, right? Kind of thing. And I think I would like to maybe focus on that moving forward. The second is Jenny also mentioned it, and I know that we've talked about this often, but I'm not even sure if it's still for sale. I'm investigating it, but the Davis and South Main Street, the old realtor office there, I think there would be an advantage of acquiring that property for realignment of traffic in that area, or at least if we need to do a possible redesign down there, I think there would be an advantage owning that property. It would give us some much needed real estate on that curve to make a correction if we need to. I'm not sure, not the engineer that has to explain it, but I know that that real estate would probably be valuable in helping the design of that retrafficking. So if I could have permission from the CRC on behalf of the town and kind of approach them about a purchase price on that, or even to see if it's for sale, and I'll come back next month with some information possibly on that. Doesn't commit you at all to anything, just wanted to try to get some numbers together for that. Apart from that, that's where I'm living right now. And if there's anything you guys need me to do, you'll reach out, tell me.
Thoughts for Kevin?
They're still operating out of that?
Karen, I thought it was
I
vacant.
hardly ever see vehicles.
Yeah.
there, so,
Yeah.
I haven't seen vehicles there. Good year. The only thing with trail maintenance fund is the, whether or not CRC can fund maintenance.
I think we were describing it in terms of trail improvement. So and benches, lighting, keeping like the gravel wash from coming down from Papa's onto the trail every time it rains. Maybe some signage on Plymouth that points towards the businesses, and helps retail. There's quite a few, little things that you can do to really enhance the experience for trail that we talked about, and Ginny, I think, was the one that brought it up in the first place last October.
Yeah.
But we haven't really done much with it, and I think it might be might be time. Because I'm starting to hear from some other residents around town that, you know, with this idea to do this or this idea to do that.
Yeah, so thank you, Sally. I did misspeak there. The maintenance is on us. But if we can do the improvements with other funds, that helps us free up the money that's necessary for the maintenance, right? Thank
I
you.
would even wonder if safety, would, there are safety issues on trails, like overgrowing trees, you know, beat up pavement that needs to be replaced. And I know we can do safety related stuff through CRC, but is that considered maintenance?
Usually I think the safety stuff has been in the way of a project.
Mm-hmm. And equipment.
Yeah, honestly, don't. know.
Or like, say, not that I'm suggesting it, but say to keep it safe, you're gonna fence both sides so that some mad marauder couldn't jump.
Or those deer that
Yeah,
jump
the
me
deer.
down the new trail, there's
Oh,
deer
yeah.
all over.
But they don't move.
They don't, they're
I'm not
scary.
even afraid of my dog.
I almost pulled a knife on me, I swear.
I should walk my dog, I'll clear that.
But yeah,
But, you know, if it was added in with or considered a safety, I think that would be acceptable. But I certainly am not suggesting fence, and I'm just saying.
that's not what they're gonna hear tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And on the Davis Main Street location, that we have control of all the property to the.
Yeah, we own the old Penders lot, basically, and that protects that. That's gotta stay where it is because there's laws that govern how close you can get to that well house, right, Jared? Yeah. Okay. And,
Can we do any development on that property?
on that,
The well, where the well is?
Towards, east and you probably could do stuff.
yeah, what's the footage on that, Jared? I don't remember either. There's so many feet you have to stay back away from that, but there is possibility.
So there may be some value to us that doesn't exist to others to have that property because we could package it with part of that.
Yeah.
And be able to create a development there that would benefit the town. So I would certainly support looking into it.
Okay, I'll do that and try to get some numbers and see if first of all, if it's for sale. Everything's for sale, right? But see if we can get some.
I mean, I think it could be, it's an awkward intersection. That could be cleaned up. It's not real attractive because we haven't done anything other than the well project, right? And it could be even, it becomes a green space or a pickleball corridor. I don't know, it might be that we want to do some public engagement, but in the process of whatever we put there, we could make that intersection a little better. Just because it's, I don't know, kind of funky. And with the large investment of the dunes down there and so many neighborhoods, to add any type of outdoor rec or park space or something would probably really benefit that end of town. Just, we don't have that down there, you know? And we
What-
did put in the trail, and connecting that trail to an amenity would be great.
Okay.
So I like your thinking, Kevin, and if making it a bigger parcel could be ideal in terms of making the intersection better while also doing something on the land, depending on what we can do with the well.
Yep. You should like my thinking because you put it there. So good job. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin, for the update. Public input.
Yeah, I just wanted on record that I did this.
Your
after-
name?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Justin Croy, owner 211 West Lake Shore Drive in Culver. That address. Just for the record, I wanted to let you know, I read this after you approved our funding, okay? But as many of you know, the theme of this year's Lakefest is always on duty, honoring our police, fire, and EMS personnel. We felt it only fitting that for the 42nd annual Lakefest parade, we have a representative of each department to serve as Grand Marshal. The Culver Lakefest Committee voted Tuesday at our last meeting to name our Grand Marshals for this year's festival parade. Our representative for the EMS department is a lifelong Culver resident. She graduated from Culver Community High School, and she joined the EMS service as an ambulance driver in 1979 and received her EMS certification in 1980. From that time on, she was elected EMS director a total of 6 times, in addition to also serving on the EMS board for nearly 30 years. I could continue on with more accomplishments and accolades involving serving the public. But on behalf of the Culver Lakefest, we would like to invite Miss Sally Ricciardi to serve as EMS representative as Grand Marshal of the 42nd Annual Culver Lakefest.
You make this announcement so that I can't back out. I know,
Yay.
I guess.
I guess.
I'll take. Yeah, thank you.
Well, sir, Richard.
I may be out of town that week.
Playing the part of Sally will be.
Is there other public input that could possibly top that?
Yeah.
Yes, not. Is there anybody online, Karen? All right. Member input. Starting with you, Jerry.
Nope.
Sarah, Sally,
No,
Ginny.
Nope, just want to say thanks to all of you and Karen and Kevin for putting in even more detailed work on the CRC. That's some good stuff to invest in this year.
Thank you, Ginny. By me, Karen, anything? All right, let's entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'm going to adjourn.
I'll second. Well, Ginny,
Pretty much everyone say aye.
okay, we're good. Thank you, everyone.
Great, thanks you guys. I've got notes this time, so I'll add them to the other minutes that you get.